who is an awesome, amazing social media coach. She's developing a program right now to help coach people out of their zombie life to a mega life. And I'm thrilled for you, Kat, and for all the clients who you're going to be helping along the way. It's just awesome. And she's been taking an amazing class called Breakthrough that Kebie has offered. And I know this is, I think, your second time around. So I would love for you to share how you're using Breakthrough training this time around and how it's different from the first time you took it.
Sure. So I absolutely love Breakthrough. It was the first course I took of all of Coach Kebie's classes, and it sold me to all of her training programs. I learned so much. And the second time around, I was in a different position than I was the first time around. So the first time around, I was exploring taking a career change and going and doing what was in my heart, which was coaching and writing a book. And because I had a very, very busy corporate job, I tended for most of my 22-year career to just let work dictate my calendar. So I would show up to work and whatever was on Outlook was there. I worked until everything got done. Then when I left, I had nothing left and I just wouldn't organize my life. Like when I felt like it, I would clean my house and I would go see my friends, and I just kind of loosey-goosey through my personal life. And
Yes.
the transition to realizing that you need to be organized now in your personal life, and I need to take all those skills that I had in corporate and put them in my personal life, was a transition because I just wasn't used to it, and I balked it because you think, oh, well, I'm just putting all these rules on myself. But really, if you think about the outcome, the desired outcome, which is to finish your coaching program, get the book written, help a ton of people, then that will help you get over the hump and the hurdle. But just like what Lori was talking about, you're trying to be a lone wolf and run around and do things your own way, right? Balk the system. And Kebie can always tell when I get on the call with her. She knows I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do. The look is organized and rookie. But when you make yourself go through it and actually organize your office, it's so important. It's like making up your bed when you first get up in the morning. It's the only thing you can do that's done in the first 4 minutes and you've actually finished something. It's the same about having your office organized. If you walk in and you see papers everywhere and you look like a wreck, you're going to function like you're a wreck and you're not going to follow up to people. So it's been really helpful. I'm still a work in progress, to be honest with you, but when I call things back, like my closet in my house, I tend to keep it that way. So I'm steadily moving forward towards being that organized person that's in my mind. And it's wonderful. And it's been really helpful.
Awesome. And I appreciate you sharing as a transition and that you're a work in progress, because I think, some of us might get stuck thinking, oh, I have to make all these changes right now today. I have to be this perfect business owner. I have to know it all, be it all, do it all. And the thing is, the more you learn and you start practicing these little steps along the way, the more it's like, aha, I have control of this. Like I used to think I didn't have control, right? I used to think that like you, I would open my email and all of a sudden that's my to-do list. No. And one of the things in Breakthrough, and I think it was in Breakthrough, Kebie, correct me, or Kat, is when you start looking at your actual time doing the things that you really do. So when you start looking at that, if you wouldn't mind touching on that, Kat, when that exercise where you have to go through, okay, well, how much time do you spend sleeping? How much time do you spend watching TV? How much time do you spend getting ready in the morning? How much time do you spend, making food? And where in all that time, and this is going to be a great lead-in after you speak, Kat, to what Dana does, is the identification of how you're spending your time. So if you wouldn't mind just commenting a little bit about that exercise, the first time around, the second time around, especially now that you're home and transitioning to home, what's that look like for you now?
Sure. So I'm still working through it a little bit because there is a bit of being in the moment about when I wake up in the morning and spend time with my cats and do my thing. And I overcorrected at one point. Coach can tell you, and I had it down to every 5 minutes written down. Well, this is not sustainable. So I overcorrected, and now I had to come back a little bit. She was like, it's okay if you garden. You don't watch television, Kat. Seriously, some people watch television 4 hours a day. You can use that doing some things you like. The biggest thing that I realized is I was doing my quote unquote daily 5, which is when you go through social media, you learn you need to post. Well, my daily 5 also includes scrolling through everybody else's stuff. And that's where I was losing a lot of time in that comparison. And I just had to get in, love on people, sprinkle forward, and stop worrying about everybody else's likes. That gained me a lot of time, because it's not just the time you spend, it's the emotional energy and the connection to a lot of negativity that you're putting out there. So then it takes 2, 3, 4 times amount to get started again. So I had to that's where I actually cut out most of the time, and actually making myself finish my filing instead of stacking up a piece of paper in front of my filing cabinet. I actually put them away. So those are probably the 2 biggest things, because it was the clutter in my mind and the emotional suck. I've given myself actually a little bit more time in the morning when I wake up, if I want to pet my cats and walk by and pick off some wildflower seeds or whatever. That's part of being balanced, and that's part of working from home. So it's okay. Do you know what I mean? So coaches kind of help me work through it, because you have to kind of find your own system. You know, if you go from everything is corporate and it's all mandated to all of a sudden you open it up and it's literally like an empty slate, you got to figure out what works for you to keep yourself on a schedule while not going away from the 4 pillars, and making sure you're still getting physical, spiritual, mental, and emotional. Because otherwise you've just taken corporate junk and replicated it right in your home life. Right. So I don't know if that answers your question or not.
It absolutely did. Thank you so much, Kat. And I just want to, just summarize, that these are literally the most awesome golden nuggets. If you are considering doing something audacious, like leave your job to do something as brave as work from home, and to me, that is a huge step. It takes coaching, it takes planning, it takes a vision. It takes a lot more than just, gee, I made a decision today. It took you a full year to make that whole decision, plan it, work with your coach, figure out how the strategy and what you're going to do. And now you have this whole new life on how you're going to manage your time and start building your dream. So I'm not only proud of you, it's just awesome to see how you have grown, to see your vision for what you're going to be doing. It's just incredible. And I'm so grateful for you, this community, and Kebie for helping you make those steps, because we get to benefit from it.